We have had a wonderful session on technology so far, and we know that the world is changing fast, and so is the way that businesses are conversing with technology to make lives easier for the consumers as well as the employees. We have seen a paradigm shift in one of the core business verticals in recent times, where finance and technology have merged to give rise to a new segment, FinTech. Our next session is designed to talk about careers in this segment called FinTech. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next distinguished speaker for this session, Dr. Khushi Panjwani, who's been here and waiting for her turn very patiently, I must say. Dr. Panjwani is a best-selling author, 50 under 50, entrepreneur, 40 under 40 segment, recognized by Economic Times. She is a TEDx speaker, a three-time world record holder, and an NSE-registered trader under the 30 under 30 segment. Dr. Panjwani is renowned for her captivating insights and has graced prestigious stages at IITs, IIMs, NITs, and top B schools across India. Her international acclaim spans Frankfurt in Germany, the Philippines, Dubai, Sharjah, St. Kitts and Nevis, among others. She was also recently featured on Shark Tank India Season 3. Dr. Khushi Panjwani brings a wealth of knowledge and a unique perspective, particularly on the interplay between politics and markets. We extend a warm welcome and are honored to have you here today, Dr. Panjwani. The stage is all yours.
Hi guys, I hope you are all doing good and thank you for such a warm introduction and such a lovely introduction. I'm literally glad for the introduction. So guys, I'm all set and I'm all ready for the session and I also want you guys to gear up because today I'm going to decode all my formulas, all my secrets and everything which you need to know about the careers in fintech. When you think about fintech, there is only one thing which comes in your mind, and that is all the fancy things comes around with the fintech, because fintech is an industry which has a lot of money, like, to be very honest. If you are a successful entrepreneur, if you are a successful person who is in a very good position in a career in fintech job, then you are like balle balle, I'm telling it to you. So it's not the journey didn't start with the fancy things. You need to understand some of the roadmaps. You need to understand how do you actually take the practical approach to understand and to reach that level. So today here I am and I'll be telling you how you can make a successful career in fintech, be it your own brand or if you want to go and join as any of the positions like cybersecurity manager or any of. We'll discuss this thing in details. So I'll be sharing my screen and I'll be telling you one on one with a very detailed roadmap in this. Unlocking fintech careers. Okay, fintech careers, I must say, it's one of those careers in today's era where you can learn, where you can earn, where you can do anything and everything which is possible at your pace of comfort. In fintech, I have realized one thing. I am in fintech industry from past 4 years now, and I have realized one thing, that there is no first mover advantage in a fintech industry. You can just bring any of the idea, like if you want to just come up with an idea where you are lending someone a money and you're having a contract in a technological form, and if you have a right form of execution, if you have the right sets of marketing, and if you have the right set of knowledge how to take this big, it can be one of the unicorn sectors. When I talk about fintech and when I have met a lot of people and a lot of investors, one thing they ask me about me, what is unique in it? And after talking and meeting a lot of investors and people, one thing I have realized, there is nothing unique in fintech, especially in fintech. You have to make it unique. If your idea is basic, that will work, because basic ideas are taking up to the bridge that gaps up in the market which is not there. If I talk about my brand is nothing fancy or nothing, extraordinary serving. We are just serving the financial services. I'll just tell you a behind story of that. One day I was visiting a bank for some work, and there was a bank manager or a bank person who was who was responsible for selling the services which banks provide. So I saw a very common problem, that the person or the family who visited the bank, they were not interested in taking all of the services, but they are saying ki ma'am le lo, acha hai, ye hai, wo hai. Then I thought that it's a lack of financial literacy, obviously, because if you are a financial literate people, you don't actually fall for these all of the service and then spend a lot of money. And then I saw, first is financial literacy, and second is you're not getting enough type of services. Like you are not getting the services which you want, but you are getting the services which you don't want. So I said ki, why don't I make a platform where I'll serve the financial services in whatever format you want. There's nothing extraordinary in this, okay? But the execution and the idea behind this made it work, and I made it to a 1 CR brand in a span of 1.5 years. Okay, we were working since 2020, but officially we launched, like everything we launched in 2022. So in a span of 1.5 years we did a revenue of 1 CR, and that was like, when I was checking the accounts and I was literally amazed ki, oh, this was just an idea. And to be very honest, on the first day of our app launch, on the first day of our app success party, I was a bit nervous ki yaar ye chalega ki nahi chalega, because I don't think it has that potential, because no one will come to us ki bhai humko financial services de do. But then I decode ki no, I have to provide a lot of segments, you know. If I'm providing a lot of segments for all people, like from age group of 20s to the age group of 40s, you know, so that can work. So we did that thing. What I did was ki we launched the services for the people who are in their 20s who want to learn. So we are providing one-on-one financial mentorship to the people who really want to learn. Secondly, we are selling the financial services to the people who are busy, who cannot come and who cannot commit their time, right? Thirdly, we are just providing one-on-one consultations to the people who don't know actually in which services, in which segments they want to really invest. So when you have this idea, when you are just looking for the problem, the actual problem in the market, you can do anything with the fintech. One thing I have realized in fintech, you can make any product which is related to finance, which is related to technology, and that will work. That is the magic of fintech, you know. Fintech industry is such a magical industry. So, if you really want to make a career in fintech, you don't have to get a lot of fancy degrees. You don't have to get a lot of MBA degrees or something. You just need a passion. You just need something which actually solves the larger number of problems in the society. Okay, if we talk about the Paytm and the UPIs, that has solved a lot, like really a lot. And I'll be talking another segment of my brand in the last of the session. So please be connected. That is like, that will really amaze you. So that was a bit title, and that was a bit introduction about how you can make a career in fintech, you know. And if I talk about my introduction, I have already got the best introduction till date, you know. So I really don't want to introduce me again and waste your time. But yeah, I have like a lot of insights, and I have gained 100 plus awards in entrepreneurship as a fintech entrepreneur. And yeah, I have a lot of knowledge because it was not a born knowledge. I gained some knowledge, and it is like coming on that way. So if I talk about in paper, you know, what are fintech careers? So it's as simple as that, that you combine a finance with a technology in paper. But it's much more than in practical and in real life. You actually need to understand how do you make a finance thing, a typical and a traditional finance thing go in a technology, and how it should be benefited in a very large number of age group, you know. We the people in 20s also required some finances. The people in 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, all people, like all age group of people require some finances. And I can see the people who are in their, you know, teenage, they are also doing the great job, so they also need the finances. So we need to understand, and we need to add the segment of teenage, because teenage is one of that segment which we ignore generally, because like theek hai, but now the teenage people are above us, so we need to cater that segment as well. So these aren't jobs, you know, these are the opportunities which you are creating and the impact you are creating in the society or in your country. If I talk about the if I talk about the finances before UPI, it was like, it was very chaos, and it was very dicey. Sometimes you need to write some khata in anyone's shop or something else. But after the revolution of UPI and after the revolution of the payments app, the process has become so streamlined and the process has become so easy that we generally use UPIs in every form. Like if we want to make a payment from 5 rupees to 5,000 rupees to 5 lakh rupees, we prefer UPIs. So that is how the revolution has came. When the UPI was launched, it didn't thought ki it would make this success in the India, especially in India, but they initially started with that. So if you initially start anything in your segment, especially in fintech, you need a execution and you need to educate people. People in India are not that financial literate. Okay, if I talk about the states, the only financial literate state is Maharashtra. If I talk about my state, that is Chhattisgarh, the financial literacy is as low as 3%. In Odisha, it is as low as 5%. So you need to first understand, if you are making any product, you need to first educate the people ki this can be possible. Okay, today the traditional generation, they go to the landing people for their personal loans. If I make an app, if I make the technology ki no, you come to me, I'll give you with the least number of interest, they'll not come. They'll be like ki ye to scam ho sakta hai. But if you'll educate them with a right manner, by advertising, by marketing, by having a personal brand, or working with so many influencers, making an advertisement in televisions and WhatsApp channels, because you need to understand that marketing is also depend on the age group. If you want to cater an age group of 20 and 30s, social media and Instagram is the best for you. But if you want to cater an age group of 40s, 50s and 60s, they are not inclined towards the social media as much as we are. So you need the advertisement in WhatsApp channels. Nowadays we have this WhatsApp channels, and WhatsApp, these traditional people use a lot. Television advertisement. So you need to first educate the people about the revolution and about the opportunities you are going to create in this country for the finance. And once the people are trust, like you have gained the trust of the people ki yes, this system or this application can take us to another level, then you are the next unicorn. I'm just telling it to you, because it's always about the creating opportunities and it's always about the creating solutions. So you need to first explore yourself that yes, finance is the thing that is like my thing, that is giving me a kick. And if the first is ticked, then you need to second, then you need to come to the second point, and that is you need to go and explore what all financial problems people are facing. Okay, you might can do a survey in your college, if you are in your college, and you might do a survey in your offices, you might do a survey in social media, and after a lot of surveys that you have gathered the information, you can actually know what exactly the problem is. And if you are once you are done with the problem, you need to work on the solution, and your solution would be your product. And once you are done with your product, you need the marketing, you need the advertisement, you need to educate the people. And once you have done, and once you have ticked all these criterias, my friend, you are just next level of, you have made a next level of product, especially in fintech. Okay. And like, remember one thing, in fintech there's no first mover advantage. Paytm was before phone pay, before GPay. But what they did, they were just giving us the wallet. Okay, but then phone pay, GPay, and every other pay came. They gave us the liability to make the payments directly from our bank account. So it's not always the first mover advantage. अगर फोन पे वाला ये सोच लेता कि पेटीएम तो already है, then what's the need of making me another same thing? Then it would not work like that way. You just need one point ahead from your competitors, or ahead from the monopoly business. Just one point. And seeing the phone pay and GPay, Paytm also converted this segment, that they also allow us to directly make a payment from the bank account. So this is how the revolutions, this is how the marketing works in the fintech industry. Now, why is it important to make a career, or why is it important to define a fintech career? See, it helps us in it makes us life easy. You don't need to stand in a queue of a bank, you don't need to stand for exchanging the notes or something else. You have like everything in your mobile app. So if you make life easy for other people, they will make your life easy. How easy? Like, if you are making a life, you are making a revolution, you are making a great product for the other people. They'll just come to you, they'll just do a publicity, they'll just do a marketing, they'll just do everything for you. And once you are at that level ki you have achieved something, then your life will easy. So it's always a give and take. You make people's life easy, people will make your life easy. Okay, if you want to make a successful career in a fintech, in like, if you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to become, if you want to launch your own brand, or if you want to do just a job, first and the foremost thing which you need to learn is trust. Because trust is directly proportional in finance. You promised something and you delivered that, and you are promising something and you are delivering that at time. That's how you regain the trust, right? And if your customers are retained, if your customer has a lot of trust in you, trust me on the fact your product doesn't need any a heavy advertisement, because your customers are your first marketing tactic. Your customers are your first advertisement client, because the type of advertisement and the type of, mouth publicity they are going to do it for you, no other marketing agency or no other marketing, uh, strategy is going to do it for you. So first and the foremost thing, you need to understand that you need a trust, you need to regain the trust every single day when you are in a fintech industry. And if you are like, if you are making something which has investing in it, which like has paying bills, and you can do banking and you can do everything with your phones, with the smart technology, so you are making a proper brand. And one thing I have realized, after meeting a lot of people from the same industry, that a brand which is like a new in a fintech area, that gets more attention, क्योंकि people are exploring things ki now what another revolution has came in the world of finance. We also want to see like what is there, because phone pay paytm has just amazed the world, because we never like we never remembered the last time when we used cash of like 5 rupees, 10 rupees or 15 rupees, that kind of revolution that has made. And if I talk about 10 years before, we never thought ki this type of revolution can come after 10 years in India, for especially in the sector of fintech, and especially in the sectors where we make payments. So after doing surveys and after meeting a lot of people, I have realized this thing ki if you are making, if you're launching any product in the, especially in the fintech area, people are amazed and people are curious to know about it. Now, what the next evolution it is coming, which is related to the finance, how can we benefit it from it? You might have seen a lot of cards, like financial cards, credit cards. Earlier, credit cards were only for the limits and for the loans, but today, credit cards are for the offers, rewards, and everything. This is how the revolution has made. If I launch my own card, so people would be curious now what this person has came in with the offers. You might have seen like there's this finance card where you just go to a cafe, you click a picture, and you need to just connect your card with the application. You just need to click a picture, and then you get some rewards after using, like after sharing that picture of food or the cafe in the social media. So this is like how the finance has played with the minds, because we are going on the cafe on a regular basis now. But if we are utilizing that thing into making a product, that is like, that is nice, and people are also curious about to know that, yeah, this is, ये तो बहुत अच्छा है, मतलब this is very nice. We just need to go to cafe, we just need to click a picture, and we are getting points, we are getting cashbacks, we are getting rewards. So this is how the revolution, this is how people are curious in the field of fintech. I told you in the starting, you don't need an extraordinary idea to make a career or to make a brand in fintech. You just need an idea and you just need an execution. Everything will work in fintech, especially in fintech I'm talking about. You just make a brand where you are just selling financial cards. Okay, people will come to you. Okay, just tell us what kind of card gives us what kind of rewards. That will also work. You just give the consultation कि आप इस credit card में invest करो, आप इस debit card में invest करो, आप HDFC का ले लो. You can tie up with banks and you can tie up with any of the financial institutes, and you can actually come up with an idea where you are actually giving the consultation and financial cards to the people who are like the cards are benefiting the people in terms of rewards, cashbacks, and a lot many things. So this is how, you play with your mind. One thing, like one practical thing I would like to tell you, if you want something in your space कि अगर कुछ ऐसा हो जाए तो मजा आ जाए, मतलब कोई ऐसा कार्ड हो जाए या फिर कोई एक ऐसा फोन फोन एप्लीकेशन हो जाए, कुछ ऐसा हो जाए जिसमें आई कुड गेट रिवॉर्ड्स, कैशबैक्स एंड I can pay bills at the ease of my ease of my space. You can make an application, you can make a card regarding that, and that will work. So this is how the revolution, this is how the fintech actually works. So it's a very vast thing. It's not just defined on the paper. You just need an idea and you just need a strong execution to make a brand. Okay. This is all about making a brand. And if I talk about bit about my journey, how I started, my journey started back in 2020. Okay, I'm from a like I was not from a commerce or a finance background, nor my family is. Okay, they are completely into traditional kind of a business. Like my father is an industrialist, so he doesn't know anything and everything about the finance or something. But today, if I see where I am standing, it's like literally my journey has become a zero to hero. We in trading, there's this term zero to hero trade. Okay, it means you do a trading on an expiry days. The traders out there will get it easily. So it's up to you, like it's up to your luck as well. अगर वो चला तो चांद तक, नहीं चला तो रात तक. That is the scene. Like if it will go, it will hit like 200, 300, and if it not, it will come to zero or in minus. So it's like either you will gain profit or either you will lose all money. So that is a kind of a risky thing, and but people enjoy doing that because why to just let go the opportunity, let's just try our luck. So literally, I have related that thing from my journey from zero to hero. I started with like nothing, like seriously nothing, with zero resource. I still remember I had a table where I used to work, where I used to learn trading, where I used to learn how the fintech careers are, how can I make a brand. Because I was very sure in my mind that I really want to make something of my own and I want to become an entrepreneur no matter what it takes. And I faced many challenges, I faced many failures as well in my journey. It has not been the an upside movements from the day one, but it was like no matter what it takes I will do. So I remember I had zero support, I had zero resources, and that time lockdown was there and I was not inclined towards much towards technology because I come from a medical background, so I'm inclined towards books more rather than technology. So learning about trading, learning about finances was a nightmare for me because it was like from injections to P&L accounts I had just shifted my careers. Like I was the another day I was just reading how to take an injection or how to just give an anesthesia to a patient, and today I'm learning about how a company is making the profits and how the company is putting it into a balance sheet. So it was just a shift, but I didn't give up. I thought no, I have to do no matter what it takes. I started learning about trading, whatever resources I was having. Uh, I didn't took any course or something, but I did everything on my own, like from learning from the books, from the blogs, from the YouTube videos. But one thing I would suggest you from my experience, if you are new and you are going in YouTube for learning, that can create a lot of chaos because every creator is talking and another kind of finance. So first you read blogs, first you read books, first you be aware of the basics, uske baad switch to YouTube, so that will not distract you. But suddenly if you'll jump to YouTube for learning any of the thing, it will distract you for sure. So I was like I need to learn. I took like a good time to learn trading and everything, and once I was done learning the trading, I thought now I need to directly jump into markets to understand how the markets work actually. Because if you are learning physically and if you are learning, something which is not practical, you will gain a certain amount of knowledge only. You will not gain 100% knowledge. So I thought now I have to jump into my trading journey no matter what it takes. But I was very sure that I really don't want to take money from my parents. Now what do I do? So I was very fond of writing. like content writing and everything. That is like writing has always fascinated me. From my childhood journeys, I'm writing short poems and everything. So I thought, why don't I do an internship into the field of content writing, because I will get money, and if I'll get money, I'll just invest into the market and I will grow. Like I thought, ki, I will grow it to from 5,000 to lakhs to this, and every fancy thing was coming into my mind. So I joined an internship basically. So when I joined an internship, that company used to teach me and used to work with me at the same time. So I was like became this expert in digital marketing. Ki bhai, like digital marketing is my thing now. It's like it's everything which I know, from graphic design to social media marketing to content writing. And when I was doing this internship, I got my first stipend, and as soon as I got my first stipend, I invested into the markets, and that 5,000 rupees went off because I invested in penny stocks, because they were like low in number, and I thought कि हाँ ठीक है सस्ता है अच्छा है सस्ती thing always fascinate us as an Indian. So I went in, but then I lost. Slowly and steadily, I left that internship and I started my own company of digital marketing out of nowhere. Like I designed a logo, I just designed a name. I talked to two, three people that you just come and work for me, because I decoded this formula how to retain the clients in the digital marketing. So I thought ki now I need money for trading, but how do I do that, So digital marketing was the thing. So I started this digital marketing company, and by God's grace, it took off. Like literally in the span of 2 months, we retained somewhere around 30 clients, 30 to 35 clients, and it was like amazing. And I was getting money and I was putting into the markets and I was learning very thing. I was obviously losing the money because of the first time. No great trader or no, big trader in the market doesn't lose money. It's a myth. Once you reach that level of understanding the market, then also you lose the money, because market usually trap, and then market usually play with the investors, because we are the retail investors, we are not operators who will invest in a crores of money, right? So
Absolutely, Khushi. So, just a quick reminder and a
sure.
time check. We already have our next speakers here. If we could
Yeah,
just wrap it up faster. I know the journey has been amazing. I want to know more, and so do our learners and our audience. But maybe we will plan to connect again soon.
sure.
I would really appreciate it if you could wrap it up.
Yeah, I'll
Thank you
just
so
wrap it
much.
up in next 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Like just give me 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. I'll just wrap up the whole session. Okay. So guys, like I was getting money from the digital marketing agency, then I was putting it into the trading. Then one thing I told you about, that I visited the bank, and I just found a new solution. I just found the problem that people are not getting enough number of, financial services. So doing R&D and meeting a lot of people, I started with Finosaf. And with this mission, we really want to empower the financial services and financial literacy, these two segments where we are catering right now. So we give financial services and we give one-on-one mentorship to the people who really want to learn finances, not only stock market, like every form of finance, be it tax, law, anything. So that is how, you when you explore yourself, when you work and when you meet a lot of people, when you do surveys, you actually get a problem. And when you actually get a problem, you get a solution, and that solution is your product. Now, if I talk about the innovation, I have already talked in detail about the innovation, how the fintech industry has innovated itself, from zero to getting some of the best monopoly businesses we have got, like Cred, PhonePe, Paytm. These are one of my favorites, fintech brand. But innovators are basically, they have this mission. They don't run behind money, they run behind mission. We really need to empower this. We really need to do this in our industry. We really do need to do this in our society, so that we make an innovation. We come up with an innovation. And if you have this innovative mind, you can actually make a great fintech, business. You can create product and services that helps a lot of money. You can manage, you can invest money on behalf of anyone, because once you retain the trust of an investor, once you retain the trust of your customers, you can do wonders in fintech. You don't need a monopoly idea, okay? This is a myth, this is a misconception. You need something very strong, you need something, a monopoly idea to make a career in tech. No, you just need an idea and a great form of execution. It's not always about the first mover advantage of the business. You just need to catch an eye about the problem, like what problem you are actually solving, and that problem is actually a problem or it is just a problem for you. You need to explore and you need to talk to a lot of people. And the best way, by connecting to a lot of people and understanding their problem, is the social media. You'll not go with pen and paper and ask the people who are just walking on the footpath, hey, what your problem is. You just need to understand and you just need to have a better solution for that, asking the questions on social media, making videos and coming live or something else. Then only you will get to understand what exactly the problem the people are facing in the fintech. And once you know the problem, you can bring a great innovation. Like a simple idea can be a great financial, brand in upcoming years. So you just need a idea, and idea will come when you will talk to a lot of people. Okay. Now it's not necessary that you make your own startup. Till date, like till now, we are talking about own brand, own brand. So it's not about making your own brand. You can first go and do a job. You can actually make a successful career in fintech industry by doing the job. You can, because it is a very vast technology and very vast landscape. So you just need to understand what excites you the most. If data excites you the most, then cybersecurity is there. And if you are from a, like, if you are like me, balance sheet, P&L accounts excites you the most, then you have a lot of accountants. You can actually try for CAs as well. CAs are like the best career option if you want to make a great finance, like fintech brand. Understand, like just imagine you are a CA and you are just offering some of your financial services, or you are offering a brand. Then people have 90% trust on you as it is, just by listening that okay, you are a CA. So each role plays a very important role. No matter what you go with, if you want to make your own brand, you just need an execution. If you want to go in a very good position, so understand what excites you the most, because finance is a very vast thing. Okay. If data excites you the most, cybersecurity, data scientist, business analyst, fundamental analyst are there. Even when I was hiring for my company, there was this one position which took me around 2.5 months, and that was a financial analyst. I used to talk to 50 of people in a day, but I was not getting that one person, that literally that one person for my brand. So it's like people have shortage for such kind of positions. So you need to understand what excites you the most. And once you are like done with ki, haan, this is the thing which excites me the most, you can start exploring, you can start having courses, or you can start reading books, you can start reading blogs. Don't just catch up like directly कि हाँ मुझे बनना है. First understand and first learn how it takes, because fintech, I already told you, runs on the trust, and trust will come once you are knowledgeable. Okay. And if you are knowledgeable, then trust automatically comes in. Now I'll just decode some of my formulas in a very quick manner, how I made a 1 CR brand, like literally in a span of 1.5 years. We'll close this financial year with a revenue of 1.1 cr. And like it's still a dream for me, and it's still like I'm in a dreams, I'm just sleeping and I'm in a dreams, honestly. But when I look back what all things I did right, it takes me ki, yes, I can make something big out of this. Like I can make 11 cr brand in the next financial year as well. The first thing first is marketing. Fintech runs on marketing, execution, and trust. You have retained the trust. Your execution should be so strong that your marketing speaks aloud for you. Means you need to.
Khushi,
Uh,
I'm sorry, I'm prompting you again. We have the panel waiting. It's an amazing journey again. I know that. If we could just do this a little faster, that'll be
just give
helpful.
me 5 minutes. I'll just decode this and we'll just wrap up.
You already had, the panel waiting. That's fine.
No, no
Okay.
worries. Just
Thank
five
you.
minutes, okay?
All right.
Yeah. And the second point I already told you, just you need to understand what actually the market needs and what you are, just providing for that. And reasonable price and costing. You cannot just offer something which is into a fintech brand, but which is like very highly costly. So you cannot do that. Pricing and costing is one of the basic thing when you are working or when you are making a fintech brand. You need to make everything reasonable for every kind of age group. Easy accessibility, because everything should be easily accessible within a way of touch, in your mobile screen. Trust, client retention, I already told you. And maintaining a good relationship with your clients is like, what do I say, it's like the UV filter of making a successful brand, because if your clients are with you, you can just conquer the world, you know and as you know, I'm going to appear in Shark Tank season 3. My episode will be casted somewhere around from mid-February to the March first week, because my auditions were in the last, like my audition was last second shoot. So one insight I gained from all the sharks, that to make a successful career in a or to make a successful brand in the fintech, you just need not to stop कि अब बन गया, अब investing आ गई, अब funding आ गई, अब sharks आ गए, now you are stopping. You need innovation in every form, in every sector, no matter 100 cr brand you make or a 200 cr brand you make. You just need to upgrade yourself, and you need to innovate with time. So this was my like best learning from inside the tank. And if you have a co-founder, like I don't have a co-founder, but if you have a co-founder with the same mindset, then you can make like 10 cr of brands in a span of 1 year. Like this is honestly. Now some of the examples which you have seen, it's like mobile applications, cryptocurrencies and blockchains, peer-to-peer lending, digital banking. And these are all the practical case studies we have seen in the industry of fintech and how far they have came right now. And I was talking about the new segment of Finosa. So we'll be launching the trading application, which would be completely inclined by an AI. So if you don't have time, if you don't have resources, or you don't have much knowledge, AI is there to help you. It will just guide you and support you regarding your investing or trading journey. And with that, you can do an investments. And we are coming up with a financial card as well. You just need to tap the card on the scanner. That card would be connected with your mobile application. You just need to dab on the scanner on the or the that card machine, and the payment would automatically will be done. So this is how the revolution and the innovation you make, because it takes a lot of efforts to, again, internet, then UPIs, then pins and everything. So just a hassle free dab and the payment is done. So this is how the revolution, this is how the upgrade makes. People will be so easy, and people will be so used to with the card that every single people will hold the card, because it's just the dab and the payment is done. Although it would be completely security inclined, but this is how you upgrade and you make people's life easy with a fintech. This is the magic of fintech. Now this is like a roadmap how you can actually take the practical approach. It's like connecting with the new people, new trends, and you need to develop a very strong skills, be it a soft skill, be it a technological skill, or be it a technical skill. First, make yourself a skillful person, and after that, you can jump in making a brand or just opting for any job at a great level. Personal brand works magic in the terms of fintech. If you have a great personal brand, you can sell it to your audience first. So like we are just very short of time. If you have any questions, you can just put it on the chat box with your email ID. I would be more than happy to answer that, and I'll surely reply it back to you. And
That's
it was like an
that's really
amazing
wonderful.
session.
Yes, thank you so much. And really a very insightful session. I was really not in the mind to cut you short at different
No, no
intervals,
worries, I
but in
totally
its
understand.
interest of time, I had to do so because the panel was waiting. And
No,
thank
no,
you
no
so
worries.
much for this lovely session. It was really an eye opener. And the audience, I'm sure they would have learned a lot about the career trajectory in this new and exciting domain of fintech, and will have lots to think about when they're going on their job hunts in future.
Thank you.
And like I already said, in the best interest of time, we will not be taking in the questions right now,
Yeah, yeah,
but we surely are going to send you that over an email because we do have questions from our audience.
yeah.
And if you would be kind enough to answer them
I'll
in
just
your
answer all of the questions. Don't worry, guys. It is like I cannot just eat up the next panel's time. And sorry, panel, whoever you are. But it was really an insightful session. I hope you have learned a lot, and really
absolutely.
looking forward.
Yes, I think the reactions have told it all already to you, and we really have had the best session so far in fintech and in the careers that we could look forward to here.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, Dr. Panjwani, and you can exit the webinar now while we continue on with our next set of sessions.
Thank you,
Have a
guys.
wonderful day.
Take care.